energy efficient, very self-sustaining, net zero plus, so that it produces more energy, much more energy than it uses, and it becomes a very comfortable house to live in. Sunny day, even if it's a little overcast and sunny, partially sunny, it will be warm enough for you to sit out in the greenhouse area of this house in your shirt sleeves while it is heating your house. You can garden, you can have a hot tub out there, a lane pool, whatever you want. You know, it can be built, this house can be built 1,000 square feet, it can be built 10,000 square feet, whatever you like. And so in this house, any sunny day, any energy efficient as you can get with today's technologies. And because of the way that it works, you will have at least more than 10 times the amount of fresh outside air, which is of course the best air. Inside air actually is probably worse than sitting in the parkway in rush hour with with cars all around you, because of the the materials that are used in cabinets mainly, and carpeting, and the building materials that are used. So my house will not have any of that. It will, the concrete, the floors will be finished concrete. The walls will be dyed, stained, and finished concrete. It'll be very interesting. There'll be no drywall. All the walls, separating walls, will be ram earth or concrete or low-grade concrete that will have a mass, but will retain heat, but will have a texture and a tooth that is different from a conventional house. More like adobe, but not exactly. A good idea would be to have a look at David Suzuki's YouTube video on Randy Bachman's Ram Earth home, and it's a beautiful home, uses big timbers, which I'm going to use in this house, and Ram Earth. So as I was driving today, I thought Ram Earth, it's it's a technology that's not very well understood here in the East. In the West it is. But I just heard a friend of mine had a business in the West that was doing Ram Earth, and he sold all his equipment because he couldn't get it going, couldn't sell it. So as I was driving along, I think, why not low-grade concrete? So meaning not that it's substandard, but right now our concrete, the amount of cement we mix into the mix of gravel, the strength of that cement is determined by the amount of concrete that goes into it, by the amount of cement that goes into it to make the concrete. So if we make a low-grade concrete, so meaning instead of I don't know the exact numbers, but instead of 3 parts cement to 1 part sand, we go 1 part cement to 20 parts sand. And the concrete still becomes concrete, but its compressive strength is not as high. So it's a lower grade of concrete. But because instead of 8 inches of it, we more than make up for that, because now it's going to be 16 inches. It's going to be twice as wide. And as long as the platform on top is spread out over that whole space, it's going to be probably stronger. And it's going to hold heat. So it's a heat mass, meaning when I was a little kid, my mother used to take a brick and put it in the oven, the wood stove, and she would heat it up and then wrap it in a towel and put it in the bottom of my bed. And that would make our bed warm, and we'd go to bed and our feet would be toasty and we'd be warm. In the morning there'd be frost all around my face, but my feet would still be warm because of this brick. So that's thermal mass. That block of concrete or brick or clay holds heat and it disperses it slowly. So the whole house becomes a block of concrete. And you think about dampness. Dampness won't occur because this whole house is wrapped in an envelope below and above of insulation, heavy, thick insulation. impervious insulation, and then waterproofed on the outside. So it's going to be dry, it's going to be warm, it's going to have a constant temperature. So just to give you another little idea of constant temperature in a house, in a conventional wood frame house with drywall walls, when you open that door, the cold air comes in, it replaces the warm air, and there's really nothing in that house that holds the heat. Excuse me, that holds the heat. So it's replaced by cold air. Now when your furnace comes on, it blows the warm air back in, and it's reheated. Where in a concrete house, all the concrete is warm at, let's say, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And you open that door, and the cold air comes in, and you close the door, and the 70 degrees of the concrete is still there. The floor is still warm, everything's still warm. It's going to take a lot more to cool that area. So it has a constant temperature. Anyway, that's it for today, and hope this works out. I'm going to have fun building my new home. I'm so excited. Every day I'm going to do a little